there are reasons for conflicts of interest and ethics codes. My case is a major reason to continue forth with the code of ethics and the Constitution and the bylaws with regards to due process. It was laid out in the Constitution very clearly for good cause. Our judicial system up to that point had already been tested, and our forefathers saw the problems that were within the system and wanted to combat as much as possible to make the judicial system fair and equal, with Lady Justice having blinders over her eyes so that justice is equal and fair. I have a situation where I have these caseworkers who planned to wrongfully take my child after they knew that I had already had such a situation and had been falsely accused. I personally believe that they did this because they wanted to fake their success, which is really disturbing. It makes me wonder how many other parents out there of kids were wrongfully accused so that CPS workers could fake success in their numbers. It happens all the time in authority. People even joke about it with regards to the police getting their quota. This is a huge problem within our system. Not only should we not be using quotas in regards to catching criminals and obtaining children of abuse, it's deceitful, and it causes people to falsely accuse others because they can't compete. And they feel that they need to lie and deceive people in order to gain a success where they're just not having none because they're not good at that job. You know, Kendra, Fabian Galata told me that you were the one who did this. So the only reason I can think that you would do it is because of my husband. James O'Keefe is showing pictures of himself in LA with James Woods as we speak on his Facebook. James Woods apologized to me about Tara Carpenter and told me that everybody in their family turned their back on her. Tara helped both Ronald and William Carpenter do this. At that point, when James Woods had met me in front of Adair at the Legacy, it's a bar in Sister Lakes. It's now, I don't know if they've reopened it or what has happened, but him and his wife met me and Adair at the Legacy, and he apologized to me for Tara. I don't know why he apologized and what she had done, except to contribute to my situation with her lying. She was going around and telling everybody the lies about me because she was mad. It made her look bad because she had picked that type of a man to be with. I womaned up. After I saw what William Carpenter was doing, I left him and tried to get him arrested for what he did. When that happened, he started threatening me and trying to take my life, including using some of his victims to harass, stalk, and taunt me. So it doesn't surprise me that Kendra did what she did. I don't know if she's Pank's victim. That's what they call William Carpenter. That's his nickname. I don't know if she's Pank's victim or Jerome Berry's, because he goes around doing the same thing. This man forced himself on me in front of others. This wasn't a secret. He did it while he was married to Monica. And so he, of course, would lie because he doesn't want to be taunted by Monica, his wife. I told Jerome he was married in front of my family, and he needed to go home to his wife. You know, Kendra, for you to do what you did, I have to think that you did it so you could sleep with my husband. I understand from what people are telling me that James is a sex addict. And I'm starting to think that you guys at CPS are too, because of the way you guys have falsely accused people. One of the things that James did teach me was that people accuse people of what they're guilty of when their conscience is eating away at them. I've never done drugs, so I'm having to think that Kendra and Amber did. I'm not a sex addict. I'm actually quite opposite. I'm afraid to have sex because of the connection that it causes, because I'm tired of being hurt. Amber and Kendra are so into sex, it's disgusting. That's all they talked about in their case. That's not the situation with me. It was rough for me to bring that up as a topic, especially being a victim. But I knew that the only way for me to overcome and face my situation was to talk about it. It scares me to have sex with my husband because he hurt me. And I don't know what else to say about it, except the way he talked to me about it when we were young. It terrified me, especially after being a victim. So it's easy to understand why I would not want to have sex. However, there are victims out there who wind up suffering from sexual addiction because they were introduced in the wrong way to sex via victimization. We need to find ways to help these people confess to what's going on and get help. Because failing to do so will cause a problem like they had in Atlanta, Georgia, where this kid got so fed up with his addiction and this massage parlor feeding into it that he went and shot everybody up in these 3 massage parlors. We can't have that type of stuff happening. This is what happens when you avoid and don't face mental health issues. Kendra and Amber and Emily, you guys have some serious mental health issues that need to be addressed. I'm not the problem, and it's become pretty obvious to everybody that that's the truth. You guys have some issues to deal with. And until you do, you should never be working with children again. That's for sure. Not after you're having people's kids wrongfully removed to get off. With God's love, I'm going to keep praying for all of you. God bless America. Have a blessed day. And back the blue.